Hey guys, what's going on? Justin bossnasti Silva here at MLG Dallas 2013, representing Call of Duty eSports. I am here with, apparently, from what I just found out, a YouTube sensation individual. Sir, what's your name? What do you do?
Wickedshrapnel, and I'm a machinima director, and I was the creator of This Gun Fucking Sucks. Can I say that, or you have to bleep that out?
Cool, no, we don't. If anything, I'll just put that on a repeat reel.
Yeah.
For you.
And I'm partnered with Full Screen now, and I have friends that are playing in the tournaments, and I know some players on Team Fear. One of my clan members was in Hex B, so I'm not really rooting for one team. I'm just coming here to see the games and hang out with people, meet people that I know on YouTube, and just kind of hang out and have some fun.
What are your YouTube stats?
My YouTube stats?
As far as like subscribers, if you just want to say that, that's cool.
You know how big my sub count is? I think I was like 145,000 subs.
Okay. Finding people that are successful on YouTube, sometimes, you know, few and far between. Yeah. There's always people out there that always are asking those questions. How do I get successful? I'm sure you probably get that a lot. Yeah. What are some general tips, advice maybe you'd give for some of the up-and-comers out there?
Be different, I guess, is one of the big things. There's so many people that just playing Call of Duty, and even if you're the best player, like, there's a lot of good players out there, and if you're just posting good gameplay and not doing something original with your commentary or something like that, just to stand out of the crowd is really what it takes, I think, to get exposure. It doesn't help being a super beast, but I'm not a super beast. I kind of rely more on being goofy and being interactive with my subscribers, and do live streams and open lobbies and a lot of stuff like that. But that comes after you kind of get a following. To kind of get there, you have to be original and do something that people want to watch.
How many esports events have you been to?
I came to MLG Dallas last year. I think that was my first MLG event, and I've gone to things like E3, and there was a GameStop Expo in San Antonio.
How did you get into esports? Were you familiar with it maybe before you went to your first event, or was it something that you got introduced to?
I've followed it, and I guess I kind of into competitive gaming as far as like my Call of Duty Elite clan. We haven't really done too much in Black Ops 2. It's mainly because Call of Duty Elite, it needs some glitches out. Okay. So if you're watching Beachhead Studios and Activision out there, you got some glitches that you need to get fixed. Okay. But
hot topics, maybe some hot things that maybe you feel could be improved on?
Well, there was a glitch, and I really don't know if it's fixed yet, but it would give the player's career total score, like kills or confirms, and then add that career score to their clan operation score. So one team would have like a player on it with 6,000 confirms in a 3-hour operation. It's like, that's not possible. Yeah. And so like one team would win out of nowhere that we don't really even know, like, they weren't a clan that was like one of the top clans before. And
I got you.
so it kind of made people lose a little interest. Like, I'm not going to work real hard for this 3-hour operation if it's just going to glitch and award someone, a random clan, the win.
Do you feel that maybe there's just like not enough real incentive for the replayability to be high when it comes to like more of the casual gaming side of it? People can climb to the top of the leaderboards, but what are they really getting out of it besides just their name there?
Yeah, and I think MW3, there was a lot more of like the 100K events where they were giving away like big prizes, and that really got people motivated. That's really what started getting a lot of clans to build up and kind of, you know, get more competitive side, because there's a big prize there to compete for. But there hasn't been too much of that outside of, you know, like MLG events and stuff like that for the casual gamer to try to compete and get something to, you know, to shoot for.
Do you feel like there should be some incentive there? I mean, because obviously, yeah, you come into these sports events, there's money on the line, you come in with your team, you win, but, you know, like a casual person who's just like grinding the 6v6 matchmaking, I mean, do you think it'd be cool for surprises maybe to get put up for those people?
Well, recently how they did with the league play, how they had like the top 8 teams, there's a lot of teams out there that I think got into, you know, to go compete for that $1 million tournament.
Championship.
Yeah, so that really did incentivize, I think, a lot of teams to, you know, go grind it out and try to get into that top 8 position to get a ticket to go out to California and compete. So I like to see that kind of stuff. It's just pretty awesome.
So esports is something you are more or less interested in?
Yes, but I am not super beastly enough to even be on that stage, but I love watching, you know, the super beasts bash heads and compete.
This is interesting though, because I mean, once again, it's not like you grew up in esports. I mean, you know, you had some YouTube success, more kind of in like the casual gaming department, but esports is something that intrigues you. And this is interesting to me because, you know, there's not like, I mean, you know, you have like your Woody's gamer tags out there, you have, you know, your Wings of Redemptions, your T Martins, your X-Shaws, and, you know, it seems like they show some support for esports, but maybe not necessarily coming out to an event like yourself. I mean, do you think it's important for anyone who's involved in Call of Duty to possibly support both sides of that spectrum?
Yeah, I'd like to see more people show up at these. I know that Only Use Me Blades here somewhere. He was here earlier. So you do see some guys, and Drifter, I think, is here.
It seems like y'all just like know each other. Is there like a weekly council meeting or something?
It's usually Twitter. Twitter is where all the interaction usually happens of Call of Duty commentators and stuff, just kind of tweeting back and forth. I like seeing, you know, YouTubers. That's one of the reasons I comes to, you know, meet up with other YouTubers and meet fans. I've had people come up to me and like ask for my autograph. It's like, oh, really? Okay.
Is there anything that you've noticed at this event that maybe you would like to see more of, or an improvement for maybe next time you come around? I mean, maybe more spectator activities possibly?
Yeah, that'd be cool. That's like one of the main. It was very cool to see this year that like Call of Duty had a bigger presence and bigger stage, and it looks really awesome compared to what it was last year. So I like seeing that with Call of Duty, and I think it was a bigger turnout this year for Call of Duty, and
I think it was like 210 teams here. Apparently, they said that was like the most in history.
Yeah, on both sides of the main stage and people playing. It's pretty cool. So more of that, as long as it keeps growing, and maybe, you know, maybe we have our own venue at some point.
What kind of content do you produce? I mean, if people wanted to check you out, right, what can they expect from you?
It's a variety of different things. Call of Duty's part of it, but I also play random games that people just ask me to play, and do like short Let's Plays of weird Flash games, and I've done like food challenges, like the Taco Bell 12 tacos, like try to eat them in under 15 minutes, and
then go run 3 miles.
Yeah, I didn't do that part. I left that part out, but it's a variety of different content. So I try to get a lot of feedback from subscribers, and a lot of the videos that I make are things that people suggest. It's like, hey, do this. I'm like, all right.
Would you consider coming to more esports events?
Yeah, and one of the reasons I came to MLG Dallas is I live in Austin area, so it's relatively close, and the GameStop Expo's in San Antonio, so I definitely try to make it to the ones that are close to where I live, and I try to make it to the others that I can, that, you know, when I have to fly out. But I like going to them, so yeah, I would love to go to more.
Where can people find out more about your awesomeness? I love your hat too, by the way.
At Wickedshrapnel on Twitter, and Wickedshrapnel fan page on Facebook. Sit on my Facebook, suck on my Twitter.
And your YouTube?
And my YouTube's just Wickedshrapnel, youtube.com/Wickedshrapnel. And I like turtles.
Wicked, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate the time. Here with Wickedshrapnel on MLG Dallas 2013, man. I appreciate his time, taking some time to at least inform us on his thoughts on esports and kind of ends up doing as well, man. Once again, this is Justin bossnasti Silver representing Call of Duty esports here at MLG Dallas 2013 Day 1, man. We'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace. Bye.
Claim. Gamer Grub is available at these fine retailers.